The story of Phnom Kulen is one of water in Cambodian history. This mountain and its crop-growing, life-giving waters have nourished Khmer people for centuries. And it was on this mountain in AD 802 that Jayavarman II announced himself God King of a united Khmer state. And here he founded Mahendra Parvata, the capital of what would become the vast Angkor Empire that flourished between the 9th and 15th centuries. At its height, the Angkor Empire controlled modern-day Cambodia, parts of Thailand, Laos, Vietnam, and Myanmar. Scientists say the capital at Angkor was the largest pre-industrial urban metropolis, and Phnom Kulen was its cornerstone. Looking from Angkor Wat, Phnom Kulen is the biggest site on the horizon to the northeast. It reaches 1,500 feet high, stretches 15 miles long, and is 9 miles wide at its broadest point. Phnom Kulen has been sacred to the Cambodian people for millennia. Today, archaeologists using airborne radar have uncovered a larger picture of this early royal capital, including previously undiscovered temple sites and a gridwork of roads and waterways generally not visible on the ground. This is happening as tourism, logging, and the modern history of civil war and landmines complicate research. It's Khmer New Year, the biggest Cambodian holiday on the calendar, and thousands of pilgrims have ascended the twisting road up Phnom Kulen. It is something the Khmer people have done for centuries, though the cars and crowds are new. From the parking lot, the throngs climbed staircases to Preah Ang Thom, a 16th century Buddhist monastery with a giant reclining Buddha statue. Beggars line the staircases, asking for handouts from the pilgrims. Inside the temple, the air is heavy with incense and praying. Near the temple, a Khmer band plays traditional songs, while people spritz themselves with sacred water. First, though, the water is poured over a linga, a sign of the Hindu god Shiva, and a symbol of fertility and good luck for modern Cambodians. In fact, the water comes from the nearby river. There, hundreds of lingas were carved into the bedrock during the Angkor era. It was in the belief that they would bless the waters as they irrigated the rice fields below the mountain. But this afternoon, kids play in these sacred waters, and their parents sit in the cooling flow. From here, the waters flow downhill to nourish the farms and fields below. Farther up the mountain, far from the crowds, a white-knuckle ride on a motorbike takes visitors to a rarely visited spot. Rarely visited because the road is just a trail. Also because, for years, during the Cambodian Civil War, Phnom Kulen was a stronghold for Khmer Rouge rebels. There are still landmines in this area. These trails have, however, been cleared. The destination is Sra Dam Rai, or Elephant Pool. At a small clearing in the woods, a massive stone elephant and a pair of stone lions loom over a small spring. While mostly silted and grassy now, Cambodians still view the spring and its stone guardians as a sacred spot, and many come here to pray. Red and white markings on the trees indicate that the spring and the surrounding area have been cleared of landmines, but the forest beyond is not. On another day, a short drive from Siem Reap ends along the southeastern edge of Phnom Kulen. Just before reaching the base of the mountain, the road crosses a bridge. A short walk here shows what looks like an ancient quarry site in the creek's sandstone bed. While much more research needs to be done, Heng Tan, a prehistorian with the Apsara Authority, believes it may be an Angkor-era quarry site. But the destination today is a rock shelter called Pong Kom Nu, a little farther down the road. The area around it is home to giant Angkor-era pictures carved into massive boulders, as well as 10, and possibly more, cave paintings that archaeologists think could be thousands of years older. Heng Tan says the area was forested until just a few years ago, but rampant logging has stripped the trees and people are moving in. He would like to search the surrounding hillside for more paintings before they are looted or otherwise damaged, but he is afraid because this area, too, has landmines. But the sculptures that are visible are stunning. At a junction of two boulders, a reclining Vishnu gazes on a carving of Ganesha. Ganesha's boulder is the size of a small office building. On the opposite side, is a crowd of Hindu deities and their attendants gazing over the Cambodian plains. Pilgrims have come to Phnom Kulen for centuries to worship, to meditate, to ask the gods for water. And they still do today. Phnom Kulen is more than a source of water. It is also a source of the spirit. The trappings may have changed over the centuries, but reverence for this mountain remains.